You are looking live. Hello, this is Rob Helmick at the trading desk. Today we're going to have 30 minutes of fun and laughs. Hope you can join us in the chat room. We are going to be talking today about the gigantic down move we had. We were down 600 points. Now we're only down about 300. We're going to take a look-see at our new equipment that we've got going here and see how that works out. We've got the clock in the background. I don't know if you can see it or not. I need to move over to the side so I can block the bot. Here we go. How about this? All right, so let's take a quick look and see where we are with all of this out there. There's our clock. Let's see here if I get this going. Very good. All righty. So here we are with the platform, and we can see what's going on today. We put on some crazy Ivans this morning. We'll go over those in a few minutes. Here's the chart. Let's make sure that that's working. Here we are. We can see where the SPX is right now, just kind of going right down the middle, which we like to see. And let's take a look at our options Omega to see where are we doing with the, that's the small account, the $30,000 account since we started. Let's take a look at where are we today. I thought we were down about 25 grand, and looks like we've come back quite a bit, actually. Well, that's not so bad. I'm the happiest guy in the world. It's only down 8 grand. How about that? So we know we're not going to win every single day. What I do here and what Maria and I do is we do about 30,000 SPX trades every single day, every single year. We do about 175 a day, 8,000 a month in our $1 million funds. And so we are trying to be completely math-based. We run all of our back tests through Options Omega, and we run millions of back tests every single week. And then we put that into AI. We use Vera 2.0, which Maria developed over a year. And then that kicks out about the top 200 of those multi-millions of trades. And then what we do is we put that into the Options Omega bot system so that is all traded automatically. Normally what I do is just go swimming or surfing all day, while Maria and my 30-year-old son, Tyler, they are constantly trading in front of the charts. I don't look at news, Trump. I don't look at the FOMC or earnings or any of that thing. Mine's completely math-based. It's all based on statistics and probabilities, and that's all that I do. Now, let's see if we can't get this over here. Very good. So you can see we're down about $8,000. We're doing okay. The Tasty stream, let's see if we got Tasty here. We've got our, why is this not showing our Tasty trade screen? Oh, there it is. Okay. So it is showing a Tasty screen. Okay. So this morning we were down about 600 points. And what I like to do is I put on the crazy Ivans here. And these are naked puts I'm putting on at 45 to 60 days. Pretty straightforward stuff. And I started putting them on. I was getting $215 credit and then $230. You can see that here. And then I got $255 and I got $265 if they're crazy enough. I tried to get $295, but I never could get it. Now they're trading at $204. So on those, I'm up about 3 grand. These were the ones that I put on today. And then I put some on I've been putting on a whole bunch in January, and I took those all off at usually 25 to 50% profit. If you look in the last, say, 30 days, and you just look at these Qs, you can see that each one of these is about $12,000 to $15,000 buying power, about $4,000 credit. I close them at 25 to 50%, normally 25%, so $1,000 profit on each one, and I do up to 65 at a time. That I try and use only 30% of my buying power in order to do that. So what I like to do then is to do the 0DT SPX on a daily basis. And if the market would crash, then I would pull back. I'll probably do 60% buying power on SPX, and so that's 30% on the Qs and 60% on the SPX, and it gives me about a 10% safety barrier. But remember, I can stop the SPX at any time, so that's the beauty of it. Let's take a look at our SPX trades today, and you can see what we put on. We put on a whole. These are all the ones we put on today. These are all the working orders that we have. That's kind of a big clump of mess. Let's take a look. It's much easier to look at it this way. All right, so here's where we are right now. This is where we're sitting. So we've got, like here we got 10 puts, 2 puts, 8, 3, 4, 9, 8, 5, whatever. And then on the call side, we've got a bunch. Now, these are getting a little bit in the money, so I'm getting a little nervous on these. So each one of these, you figure that $1 equals $100. So these are worth 450 each, and I got 7 of them, so that's 2,800, and then there's another 1,400 here, and that it adds up. And you can see each one of these has a stop loss on it, and right now you can see we're down like 10 grand. Okay, you take the green, you subtract the red, and that's how you figure it out. In the $30,000 account, it looks like we're down about $800 right now. So, and you're saying, well, how is it doing over time? I'm glad you asked. How's it doing over time? Over the last, since October 1st, when we started the $1 Million Challenge, you can see here that it's up about $387,000, and we did 11,000 trades since October 1st. And we sold about $3 million, $2.9 million worth of premium and captured 13%. Before we went to Options Omega, we were making 40 to 50% rate of return on our trades. And then we went to Options Omega and started back testing. They didn't have bots at that time. And that raised it up to about 60% pretty steadily because we eliminated a lot of trades that were just not profitable. And then when they offered bot trading, what we did is we really ramped up the back testing into the millions, and we got pretty sophisticated compared to what we were doing in dealing with the large numbers of back tests. And then what happened was Maria got the idea of taking AI, ChatGPT, and creating her own chat or GP, whatever you call it, called Vera. And Vera was something that she built. It took her about a year to really build that out, and working probably 6-8 hours a day. And then on September 23rd, and that brought our profit up quite a bit, and most importantly is the capture rate. Brought that capture rate up from like 6%, 8% up to right around 9%. And then she came up with Vera 2.0 on September 23rd. She released that, and it's just internal. We don't sell it, we don't license it or anything like that. And now we're, like I say, we're at 13%. We expect 11%. But I mean, pennies from heaven, we'll take the 12 that we're getting. So she's got a clock behind me here at 15:37. So at 15:51, if you're not familiar with this experience, what we were going to do is we will be putting on trades at 15:51 live. You'll be able to see them here. And so let's get back to the tasty trade and see let's talk about these crazy Ivans, huh? So everybody wants to know about the crazy Ivans. So let's go to positions, and we'll close this up. And so the crazy Ivans, what we're going to do here is look at that. There we got punched out. So probably this market is going up. I'm guessing we just got punched out on a put. So if I had to guess, yeah, there it is. It's going up, and that's fine. We know we're not going to win them all, and it's going to be, I'm going to give you a little bit more room there. And what we'll do is once we get going, I'll get a chart in there, or a line in my chart, so we can see exactly what we're up against. But I just want to go over the crazy Ivan because a lot of people ask me about that. And this is just a naked put on the Qs, and we're going to be putting these on not every day, but on down days. That's why we love down days. When this thing was down 600 today, Maria put on a bunch of them. I did not get in. I got in at down 400 and down 500, and then I got greedy. And I put that one in at, what was it, 295 or something. So I just didn't, we're down to 255. So we were down 600. And this one, I'm not going to get a fill on this thing. So unfortunately, that's okay. So these over here, they were up 50%. So I should be taking them out and getting greedy. So you can see there's some trades coming in. It's only 339. So what are we getting filled on here? I didn't think we had it. Maybe we're just getting punched out. Let's take a look, see. Yeah, so we're getting slaughtered here. It must be a big up move on the yeah, there it is. So you see a big up move, and that's gonna knock us down a little bit here on our Options Omega. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Scoreboard says, okay, yeah, now we're taking a bit of a beating. What are we down? 25,000-ish? No, 15,000. 15,000-ish. So we were down 20, 25. It comes and goes. Again, the game is not how you do on any particular day or week or month or even quarter. It's how you do on the year. That's how we look at it. And we want to keep that capture rate about 13%. We know that we're going to win about 53 to 57% of the time. So we're going to lose 43 to 47% of the time. We're not going to win every day. If you come here and watch us every day, you're going to see losers. It is kind of exciting, though. We're the only ones I know of that give you our trades in advance. Sunday at 6 p.m., we give you not all of our trades, but most of them In the $30,000 account, we do give you all the trades that we're going to put on for the entire week. So it's if you want to follow along, it's pretty simple to do. There's no real magic to it. I encourage everyone to do your own backtesting. I encourage everyone to build your own AI, and I encourage everyone to put on their own bots. We have a 5-part video series. It's all free. You can go on our YouTube channel, explain step by step by step how to do it all. We don't have any, secret sauce or anything like that. It just takes a long time to do it. For us to do the back testing takes about two sets of 14 hours. We're getting it down to 10 hours each day, so about 20 hours on a Saturday and Sunday. But then you don't have to trade during the week. And then it takes you about 3 hours to turn off all your bots from one week and then turn on all the new ones and rewrite those. So that it is a time-intensive process. It is just one gigantic math problem, though. And with Options Omega backtesting and with Vera AI, it is a math problem that you definitely can solve. So a couple of things. Then once you solve the problem, right, and put these trades on, it gives you the rest of the week to kind of work on your execution, because that's what it all comes down to. This is a big boys game, right? Big boy, big girl, whatever. We're playing against the big funds. And so what we want to do is we want to be able to beat them at their own game. And one of the things we need to understand is all the rules. Chicago Board of Exchange is the one that has all the rules. They have 11,000 pages of rules. You need to understand what all those are. You want to be sure that around the edges, you want to be sure that when we had failures yesterday or the day before, October 14th, we had huge failures in the system. You want to make sure that everything rests at the Chicago Board of Exchange, so your stop losses are there. If a stop loss means that I sell something at $2, and if the price goes skyrocketing up, I want to get out at $4. So I got $2 in. If I'm willing to pay $4 to get out, the max loss is only $2. If you do a put credit spread and a call credit spread, whichever direction the market goes, say you put in a 95% stop loss, you're going to lose $2 on the one side, and you're going to you're going to lose $1.90 on one side, and you're going to win $2 on the other side. So you're going to lose 190, you're going to win 200, you're going to make $10. And that's it for a 50-50 trade. So that's what you want to do. You want to keep the odds slightly in your favor. And then the goal is, of course, is you keep moving as the market goes up and down. You keep moving the call spread and the put spread, keeping them separate. And the idea is that even though one of them, the market might go through the lines, eventually, hopefully you're going to get a couple of them where it stays in the middle. And so you're going to go, you're going to win $10, $10, $10, and then it stays in the middle, $400, right? Because you win both sides, 200 and 200. So that's the game. And you just want to do that more than you lose 200. So we know that on average, you're going to win about 18% of the two-sided action. That's great. And you're going to lose about 8%-ish right in there of both sides. It happens. So you have to understand these are the odds. It's like if I said, well, we're going to flip the coin and the coin's got a little bit slightly more to heads, and your life depends on it. How many flips do you want, right? It's the law of large numbers. You say you're not going to flip the coin one time if your life, depends on it. You want to flip it 10 times? No. 100 times? No. How about 11,000 times? Yeah, because if the odds are 53% in your favor and 43% that you get shot in the head, excuse my graphics discussion here, you want to make sure that it's going to be on your favor, right? And the more times you flip it, the more likely it is that you're going to hit those exact, outcomes. And that's the whole game. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to come on in. There, somebody came into the chat. For the $30,000 account, is $30,000? Great question. Great question. We get this all the time. People say, Rob, this is unfair because you're using all your buying power. No, I'm not using all my buying power. Here is the account. Let's go into Options Omega. That is a great question. So, and this is a safe space. There are no bad questions, only bad hosts. So let's go ahead and take a look at this Options Omega chart. And what I wanted to show you is, here is where we are for the small account, $30,000 account. What does that mean? $30,000 in buying power, okay? The $1 million account, $1 million in buying power. And that's the only fair way to look at it. Because if you have $10 million and I have $1 million and we're both investing $1 million and it goes up 100,000, I had a 10% profit, right? 10% of my $1 million I have. But you only had less than 1% because you've got $10 million and you only made 10 grand. So it's not fair to evaluate it by the size of the account. It has to be sized by buying power. So what you need to do is figure out what your buying power is. Like I said, in my particular account, my personal account that I trade, and in some other accounts that we trade, for every $1 million, we pretty much will put in 30% for the crazy Ivans, for the naked puts. That's 30% of the buying power. And then what we'll do is we'll hold back 10% as safety, right? So that's 40%. Then 60% we'll use for the, yeah, there goes my dog Barbie. Hello, Barbie. Good girl. Oh, you looking for mommy? She's upstairs trading. So then we would hold back 60% we would use for the SPX trades. So depending on the size of your account, 30,000 is the buying power that I would do. Now, the problem with that is that right now it's actually doing better than the large account. But the problem is it's only done, if you look at here, it is since October, it's only done 2,000 trades, right? So that's not a lot of trades. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not really. Remember, if gun to your head, how many trades do you want? You want 11,000 trades. That's what you want. You want 11,000. You don't want 2,000 trades in order to, if your life depended on it, right? So, all right, I want to make sure this is not locking up. Everybody can see okay? All right, good. We had some problems. I did 2 streams. This is the 3rd stream I did today. The first one locked up after 1 hour. That was a camera overheating. The second one locked up after 19 minutes, and that was something. So I don't know. Now it's saying that our streaming health is not good. So we've been having some internet problems at the house. This is our studios just in the basement. So hopefully this is going to get a little bit better. I don't know why it's having problems, but for some reason it is. So we're just going to have to hope that this clears up and we get a better stream going. What if I have a drawdown of 10,000? Would you still use $30,000 buying power? Yeah, we try and set it up so that you don't have a 10,000, 30% drawdown. We're not looking for that type of thing. I tell people to size it so that you can only lose at max 2% of your buying power in any one particular day. That way, you can go a long time before you're going to get down 10%. And if 10% drawdown bothers you, 10% is where I draw the line. And so I tell a lot of people, depending on your risk tolerance, don't be afraid to just do it at 1%. And you can also narrow the wings. If you narrow the wings, your max drawdowns are going to be less. Your profit's going to be lower, but your variation is going to be a lot less. So that actually might be something that you would want to consider. It all comes down to risk tolerance. I have a very high degree of risk tolerance. I used to be a professional gambler for years, and so I am used to having streaks. I understand what the math is, and I know that over time, if you do it, if you pull the slot machine enough times, the house is going to win. Now you might get a run of winners that they're beating the house, but it's not going to win over time. The math will always come back and be victorious. All right, so let's take a look now at the chart. The chart is still looks like it's flattened out a little bit. We'll take a look at our tasty trade here. And I like to take a look at the SPX, and let's just see where we are with the SPX today. All right, so here's where we are. It is now 3:48, and those trades will be going on now at 3:49. We've got 2 minutes to go. If anybody in the chat room is having any problems with the video, will you please let me know? Or if the video is good, will you please let me know? I just got a warning from YouTube saying that it was not good, which I find hard to believe. But if that is the case, I would appreciate finding out. So let's see what we guys see. S Trading is in there. Ace Ventura, Pacertron at 4605, Butch Barnum, Luke Pro Investor, Luke Proof, Luck Proof. Sorry, I'm old and I'm hard of seeing and hard of hearing, so I'm just a wreck. So, but let's take a look at, here's kind of some fun facts. Look, these 10 over here, these are only worth a nickel. So we've brought in most of the money on the put side here. And these calls are sitting pretty. They're not sitting pretty. We need this bad boy to come back, And let's take a look at where we are with the chart, right? The chart is what I'm much more thinking about. It's going to be fine only at 1 second of buffering. Oh, good. All right. So here comes, oh no. Well, we're getting punched out on the calls. So I'm guessing without seeing it that we're getting ourselves pushed out on the chart. Yeah, look at that big jump up. Son of a gun. Wouldn't you know it? Well, it's going to happen. I mean, I tell you, it's going to happen. Let's make this more fun. Let's make this more fun. Ooh, how about this? Now we can really see these things starting to move. And we're going to go back now to, let's go back to our Tasty product and see where we are, because I like to see these when they come in. We got 40 seconds. Quick check on Options Omega to see where we are. That's where we are. All right, Tasty's right here. Here we go. Get ready. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Be ready. Everyone ready? They're getting ready to come in. We're down $22,000, by the way. Quick taste check of Options Omega. Boom, there it is. Let's go back to Tasty. Boom, there it is, down 22,000. Boom, back to Tasty. Here we go. Any second now. And here they come. Here they come. Where are we going? Oh, they're trying to get in on the put side. Trying to get on the put side. So we're going to want this thing to keep going up. They're coming in on the put side. Get ready. I'm not getting any fills yet. It's trying for 165. They're offering 120. We want 160. Now they're offering 123. Now we're out trying to get 160. They're offering 128. Now we're offering 155. We're trying to get them filled at 155. Now they're only offering us 120. Come on, here we go. There's our fills. There's our fills. We got 3 of them right here for $1.45. Let's see where we get the rest of them. We're all coming in on the put side. Here they come. Here they come. We got 16 of them. Here they're all filling. They're all filling on the put side at 69.55. We got all filled at 69.55. All right, now let's get over to the chart. You can see where these things filled. I hope you can see it on the board. They all filled at 16.55. It looks like, let me double check. Yes. They all filled at 16.55. So now it's already down to $1.50, $1.45. What do we get for those? We got $1.45 is what we got. Now we're down to $160 for each one. So we're down 35 cents. Now $1.70, now $1.80. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at Options Omega. It's going to be calculating this in real time for us. Now we're down $25,000. Not the best start, but this ain't over yet. This is not over. Let's take a look at our chart and see what we got here. Let's put it in on the chart. What did we say it was? It was 69.65. That's right there. These are puts. So we want this thing to be above 69.55. That's what we want. If it fills in down here, that is in the money, which is no bueno. No bueno. Okay, I'm looking over at the chart right now at Tasty. I'm going to go over there with you. The stream is healthy, error-free. Things are great. Hallelujah. It was breaking up a bit, but now it's good, says Butch. All right, here we go. It was low second a few minutes ago, those sons of a guns. You know, we're going to get this right someday, and it's going to be awesome. But until then, boom, let's go here we are. Look at this, down to $1. They're down to 90 cents. Down to 90 cents, that's great. By the way, you're not supposed to get this excited. I'm just, I am who I am. What can I tell you? All right, this thing is over. Come on. Now, remember yesterday, not only did I have it wrong, all right, when I was talking about it, but it was totally against us until the last minute, and then we won. So let's not go crazy, right? Let's not go crazy. We are now down for 44,000. What are we down here? Let's see. If I could do the math, I would have gone to a private school. All right, so here's we are. All right, so where are we down? We're down 24,000 in round numbers-ish, something like that. We got to get this horse in the barn. Let's take a look-see. Stream is healthy. Chat room is good. I think we are looking pretty. Let's go back to the chart. The chart is staying up. That's what we want. Keep that bad boy up there. We are looking good. Let's go back to Tasty. We going back to Tasty. We can see where we are. It's trading right there. Those 16 that we got them, that we sold those for $1.45. Now they're worth 85 cents. Come on, baby. We want to get those in the barn. Now they're worth 75 cents. Here we go. Here we go. Some people say, well, shouldn't you close these out, Rob? No is the correct answer. No, we back tested that. Should we get out at 5 cents? No is the correct answer. We want these to stay. We only got 2 over on this side, so we're okay. All right, so where are we doing here? Come on. Come on. Now down to 60 cents. Look at this chart. Come on, chart. We need this chart. We need this chart to come in. There's the chart right there. The chart is still over. Still over. What's the time check, you ask? It's only 5:54 and 37 seconds. Are you kidding me? By the way, I don't know if you can see my clock there my wife gave me behind me. I'll lean over this way a little bit. See if I get my microphone over. That way you can see the clock in real time, and I can see it too. I don't have to keep going back and forth. Let's look at our Tasty chart again, just so you can see a quick one. We've sold these for $1.45. We could buy them right now for 60 cents, 65 cents, 60 cents. It's moving. This thing is moving. We want this thing to finish right there. So these 2 are in the money and these 16 are out of the money, and that would be golden. Let's take a look at the chart again. All right, we're at 3:55 and 11 seconds. Man, this is killing me. Did someone say iced tea? You better believe it. I kind of like that clock behind me, tell you the truth. And, there's our bot right there. If you're wondering what a bot looks like, someone said, what's a bot look like? That's exactly what it looks like. Now, you kids are too young. You people that are under 68 years old don't realize this, but there was, hello, Barbie. What is it? I know Mommy's up there trading. She's going to be okay. She's up there screaming about something. So, okay, we're down. Someone said, where are we on Options Omega? Here's where we are. In the big account, we're down 23 grand. Here we are in the small account. We're down $600. That's okay. Remember, scoreboard, we're still up 387. We're still up 12 grand in the small account. So let's not go crazy. This is just one day, but it is fun, isn't it? It is absolutely fun. Let's go look back at our chart. Oh, yeah. Come on. We need some groupthink here. We need some groupthink to keep this darn thing up. I think we're doing okay. There's Mario in there. I see you all. Guys, if you have any questions, give them to me. There are no bad questions here. We just need to get these horses in the barn. Man, come on. This is looking pretty good. The game ain't over. Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? We could actually sell these right now for $0.10 and close them all down. Oh, now 15 cents. We could close them all down. But there's $160 sitting there. That's going to pay for dinner. Plus some dog. You want some dog biscuits? Good girl. Come here. Come here. Oh, look at you on TV. Look at you. All right. All right. Come here. Come on. Come on. Hup. Hup. Come on. Hup. That's a good girl. Yeah. All right. Get a little doggy luck here. Little doggy luck. That wouldn't kill us, would it? Uh-oh. What happened there? Oh, we had a fill on the call side. We got punched out on the call side. Well, that's actually good on the put side, though, right? So let's take a look on the charts. Oh, look at that. Through the roof. We don't want it to go any higher. Actually, it wouldn't hurt us if it's just stopped right there. Matter of fact, we've got a bunch of them at 69.65. So if I was really going to tell you where I want it to be right in there. That's where I want it to be. That's where I want it to finish. So if I really had my druthers, you say, Rob, where would you like it to finish? I would really like it to finish between, those are the golden bars for golden luck is what those are. Hope you can see. Yeah, you can see those. Come on down. Look at that. It just touched that number and then it came back down. What's the sweet pot of buying power for a small account? 100,000. That's a great question. I like to have 400 grand in buying power. God dang it. Look at that thing going up through the moon. I mean, it's not the end of the world that it's going up for some people. I get it. But, on my little show, it would sure be nice. What's the time check on this thing? It's 3:58 and 10 seconds. So it's whatever makes sense for you. I always tell people when I was gambling is take the amount of money that you're willing to lose, not willing to bet, the willing to lose. Divide that by 100, and that should be your max bet. And they'll say, well, I only want to lose $1,000. That means my max bet is only $10. Yeah, that's right. Well, that amount, I don't care whether they win or lose. Yeah, no kidding. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. And also, guess what? When you lose 25 in a row, you still got 75% of your money. So you're not going to sweat. Look at this gigantic move to the upside. I think this is going to be over, and we ain't going to be in clover here. We're going to get hammered. We're down 23,000, 24,000 in Options Omega. And so that's probably we're going to get a few more punch outs here is what I'm guessing. Look at this mess. We're winning on the trades we put on at 13.51. That's another thing people tell you. You can't make money in the last 9 minutes. That's a bunch of hooey. We made money. Look at that. We could get time check. It's 3:59:12. Look at that. You can see it. It's actually, that time is right, by the way. How about that? How does she do that? She's like a voodoo person. All right, let's get back to the chart. There's my chart. Come on down. Come on down, you dirty dog. Come on down, you dirty, dirty dog. You know what? I got punched out. So 69.70 is now my new number. 69.70. So I'm fine. It's just got to be within boop, boop, there now. I got punched out on the downside. So that's why we are now down 24,000. It happens. What are you going to do? You can't win them all. If you could win them all, it'd be easy, right? Look at that coming back down. Now they're coming back down. And here we go. Here we go on the time check. We got 6 seconds. Look at that time. It is right on the money, I think. It's pretty close. And boom, we are out. That is the end of that mess. Wow. How about that? How about that? All right. What do we end up with? Let's just take a look-see. Let's take a look-see and see where we ended up on Options Omega. We ended up, somebody do the math for me, will you? what is, let's see, close yours at 10%. Nice, Butch. Nothing wrong with that. So we did make all the money on those 1351s. All of those paid. These on the call side were the ones that got punched out. Those are from earlier. So we made what? Somebody do the math here. 3 times 150, 5 times 145, 1 times 145, 4 times 145, and I see that was a partial fill. So we got 4 times 145. Let's call it 9 times 145. 3 times 150, and that's what we got. I'm going to say it was around $3,500 ish, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But we're going to end up being down on the day for the big account, down 24 grand, and for the little account, we're down about $800. But let's go back. Remember, don't forget since October, so this number is going to move down. What do we say? 24. That's going to move down to 63. And this one's going to move down $600-700 down to 11,000 something. Still great. You know, that's how you got to look at it. It's the long game, right? How many trades? So we'll figure it out, and the numbers will be coming out. I'll go ahead and put it. If you haven't joined our Discord, please do. If you haven't watched, please subscribe to our channel. Maria and I are on every single day, or at least I'm on every single day at 3:30. And then don't forget, we're going to give you all of our trades, or most of our trades, at any rate, at Sunday at 6 p.m. Anything else? Anybody else got a question in here? Yeah, risking 300 to make 10. Yeah, you're right, Butch. I mean, you're 100% right. It's just that the back testing does show. Our CPA, by the way, does the exact same thing, and he cashes out at 10 cents, and he's got his orders in there. You know, the back testing says it's not good, and he says it's not good, but he says emotionally he cannot, and he's had it. It's at 10%, 10 cents, and it goes back the other way, and you end up at, you lose $300, and it's really frustrating when that happens. There's no doubt about it. I understand it. I get it. It's just I go by the numbers, and I'm lazy, and so if I'm out surfing, I don't like to come back inside anyway. So, all right, if there's no other questions, I'm going to end this right now. I'm going to say thank you very much, Maria, and I sure appreciate it, and we'll be talking to you later. Have a great trading day. I'm supposed to let this run out just a little bit, and then I will end the stream. Typed in dang Maria. It should be dang Mario. Mario tried the Crazy Ivan. He didn't get a fill. Yeah.